In this video, I'm going to be answering these questions. And all these questions are questions that have been asked ever since I started doing YouTube. All right, but before I continue, I want to say a very big thank you to you all for 30,000 subscribers. Guys, really, I'm blown away by the encouragement and the support that you guys have shown me since coming on this platform. And yes, I don't have a settings for videos like this in my apartment, so I am going to be making this video at different spots. Some are going to be shot on my balcony, yeah, outside, and at different places. So yeah, let's get back to the video. God bless you all. God bless your family. Thank you for the support. Straight to the first question. Why did I learn Chinese and how long did it take me to learn Chinese? First things first, it took me 8 months to go from beginner level to the level whereby I can speak with some level of fluency. You all don't know this, but I gave up on learning Chinese language after the first month. Yes, I did. I gave up and I went back home. The reason was because I felt like it was something that I would never be able to do. Like it was a really difficult language that I would never be able to learn. So I gave up after first month. I'm going to be honest. I learned Chinese because of the money. And when I say the money, I mean the job opportunities that comes with learning Chinese language. Now, if you're from Africa, you probably understand what I'm talking about. There's a lot of job opportunities if you can speak Chinese language in Africa. I knew for a fact that in Nigeria, if you're not studying something that has to do with oil and gas or medicine or business, after graduation, you might not even get a job. So I had to switch and pick up Chinese language to boost my degree. So I have someone here with me. Our Chinese shushu. Okay, so how was I able to learn Chinese within the space of 8 months? Well, I would say that, I don't know, I think it's just dedication. And at that time, I would learn Chinese for about 9 to 10 hours, 6 days a week. Yeah, but my regular Chinese classes would only run for 2 hours a day. And that was about 4 or 5 days a week. So after Chinese classes, I would go to my Chinese teacher's home and hang with them. And also, my Chinese teacher was very, very dedicated. So he would give us extra classes apart from the normal 2 hours that we were supposed to have. So hanging out with my Chinese teacher and having interactions with him most times in Chinese language really helped me a lot. Because, for you to be able to master a language, you need to be able to create that environment for yourself. Another thing that I did was I made sure that I would listen to Chinese music and watch Chinese movies, even though I don't understand what they were saying, right? So I would use Chinese movies with the English subtitles, and I would pause in between and screenshot, and after the movie, I would go and practice and try to memorize words, sentences, structures, Oh, my shushu is gone. Okay, so at that time, there were 2 major Chinese TV shows that I loved watching. The first one was Jia You Er Ni, and the second one is like an animation. It's like an anime. And the second one was Xiong Chu Mei. There's this favorite character that I love in that cartoon. He's called Guan Tou Qiang. So I fell in love with watching it, and every day I would watch it over and over again. And while I'm watching it, I'll be taking screenshots, and after watching it, I would go back and try to revise and practice the words that I've learned from the cartoon. So I was able to go from HSK 1 to HSK 4 within 8 months. And this was from 0 level. Like I had no previous knowledge about Chinese language. In fact, my first sentence that I learned on YouTube was Shentai Jidian. Shentai Jidian. That was the first sentence that I learned on YouTube while studying my Chinese language study journey. So you can do it too. It's just about dedication, give it your time and be patient. So if you are not a student, I wouldn't advise you to give learning Chinese or any language at all a large chunk of your time. I was able to do that because at that point I was a student. So I had those free time, and I didn't want to just waste them. So I decided to dedicate a large chunk of my time to learning Chinese. So if you're working, I wouldn't advise you to do that. You can limit it to about 2 hours a day, which is still perfectly fine. The main thing is you show up every day and you practice and you try to have interactions, create this environment for yourself. You don't necessarily have to be in China to be able to learn the language. You just have to create that environment. Like what I did was watch movies and listen to Chinese music. That was my way. And also I downloaded this app called Hello Talk. I used it to chat with some Chinese people in Chinese language. So if I learn a few sentences, like maybe I learn one or two a day, I would go and try to practice with them online. So the next step was finding my way down to China. So what I did was I applied to several schools. I got rejected by the first one, and the second one also rejected me. So the third one was a school here in Harbin, and yeah, I got the admission, and that was how I was able to find myself here in China. Yep. And this is my community. This is where I live. It's really huge community. Next question. Do you feel the need to censor your contents, or have you ever been censored before? Well, let me say this very clearly. I don't feel the need to censor my contents. My contents are based on real life experiences, and my contents are not like what some people would say sponsored contents by the government to promote China or whatever. Like if you go through my page, you would hardly even see any video or any contents that has to do with tech or big cities or, you know, flashy lights and all those things. Now, you would hardly see that. Now, would I go to those places? Yes, of course, I would like to travel to all those places and bring contents from those places. But my contents are not censored, and I don't feel the need to censor my contents. That's why this time around you might watch a video of mine and it's so happy vibe, and you'll be like, oh, it's a great vibe. And you might see the next video and it's me calling out a Chinese person for what they've done, or, you know, or it might not really give you that I don't know how to put it, that happy vibe that you are always expecting. That is because I try to make sure that I bring the real life experience that I have here. And from my videos, you can be able to decide or make your own conclusions about what you think about the country itself. Now, my videos are not for like those channels that you would see trying to compare America with China or the West and with Africa or whatever. Me, I just pick up my camera and I travel and go to places, and I have like great interactions with the local people. That's all I care about. I'm not here to promote or demote or do anything. Nah, that's not what I'm here for. Okay, so I hope that I've answered your question when it comes to that. When it comes to that. Yeah, so this is my story on how I was able to start Chinese language and master the language within 8 months and finding my way down to China. It's not really much of a story. It's just there's not really much to say, so I'm not going to keep the video longer than it should be. Yeah, so that's my story, guys. Thank you guys for listening, and if you have any more questions that you would like me to answer, put them in the comment section. I'm definitely going to answer them.